Well, I keep announcing and announcing and announcing that I'm releasing a solo album, which I haven't done for a few years. And people that have followed me in the past, if you know me as Jennifer Bryant or Classy Silhouette, you know that I was dropping albums every year. But I started getting into producing other artists, and I have a label that I started, and I produced a female hip-hop artist named Nina Marcella. So I spent a lot of energy and time working with my artists on my label, representing my label. Okay. So I got a few tracks, a couple singles that I put out already that's going to be on the album. That's Honeybee, which is playing now, and then In Front of Me. So Honeybee was the first song that I recorded, and then In Front of Me followed it, and I'm feeling both of them. And I also have a remix, so I don't know if I'm putting the remix out as a single or if I should put it on the album or just give it to the DJs to play it in the clubs. So let's see. I can be a honeybee. Wow. But yeah, see, you want to find out that there's more to me than just music. And honestly, I've been watching what's been going on with everybody, and I'm like, everybody's losing it. Like, we gotta get back, we gotta get grounded again. I think COVID did it, made everybody crazy. Because I have seen a lot of people, I was following their music myself, and I'm an artist, but I was following other artists, and I watched them lose their damn mind in front of me, and I'm like, you okay? I mean, I think everybody lost their minds because of COVID. But come back, y'all, come back. Come back. This is In Front of Me. But working with hip-hop artists reawakened that part of me, because when I first started, well, I can't say that the first time I went in the studio, I was a background vocalist on a house record. And I'll tell you the rest of that story later. And then after that, I used to just like kind of like work with different people locally, and I used to go and do background vocals and do hooks. Like with the rappers, they used to be fun. And then my family, they came from a jazz, like all my family, they jazz musicians. I'm not going to call no names, I'm not going to name drop. Plus, I don't know if they want me to name drop. Because I do a totally different kind of music. I got a whole different kind of thing going on with my music. So I don't want to do that to nobody. But anyway, so they did like jazz and stuff, and I thought it was kind of like, well, I was just being rebellious, and I wanted to do something else. I ended up doing like with the hip hop, with the rappers and stuff, and doing hooks and stuff, because at that time, you know, was a lot of that going on. You know, a lot of rappers used to appreciate a female vocalist on their track. So I did that for a while, and then some years went by. There was a gap for a reason, and I addressed it in a previous live, but I don't think I want to revisit it. So there was a reason why I took a break from pursuing my music career. That was a long time ago, not here recently. And then decided I was going to put my album out, I started working on my music anyway. Like, let me tell you something. I always wanted to be signed to a major record label because I want the distribution and I want the exposure. I want all of that. You know what I mean? I want the attention. I want to be able to reach, you know, a worldwide audience. I mean, I've reached a lot of people independently, but you know, I want, you know, anybody that's really trying to do business and want to contract with a larger corporation, they can push your product. Like, so now I have a record label, right? So I would want distribution. Like, but I haven't, the things that have happened to me over the years have been so unfair. And like, I literally am the hacker, like trying to interfere with like me making connections and making contact. I know you there. You know, trying to interfere with that. And at first it was like real upsetting and it was really bad. And then, well, now it hasn't been as bad, but there's a lot of hate and jealousy that just kind of just like, you know, people lying and, you know, trying to tarnish my image and, you know, trying to distort my image and trying to make me look like I'm not marketable and all that kind of stuff just so they can steal my stuff. So a lot of that went on. But after a while I was like, you know what, after this, I'm gonna do my music anyway. So that's when I started dropping my albums independently. And at first I was doing R&B. So I did like the Silent Song. I had an album called The Silent Song. That was my first one. And something weird went on when I first released it. But it got a lot of attention. And I saw it on the Billboard site. And I was like, wow. And I didn't know it had been up there or anything because there was nobody to pull my coattail and be like, listen. And then do you know that after a while the site was revamped? And when they put it back up, my album wasn't on there no more. That is so wicked. I'm not saying I was charting like that, but it was on the site. You understand? And then it was gone. So I still dropped another album. I dropped another album called Blue Silhouette. And that was like more like a jazzy, bluesy. You can tell I came from that background on that album. And then I visited the house music because I love, like, I used to throw parties and I used to like do a lot of I was a nightclub promoter, so I used to have different venues that I put on events and stuff like that and booked entertainers for. So a lot of the clubs, they played house music. So I like house music. So what I did was I did some house remix. Well, it was dance music. Let me call it dance music. Dance music, like at the time, was EDM. Okay, so I started remixing my songs as dance mixes, and I had this one song that went viral. It was On My Mind Diva Mix, and I wasn't prepared for the attention that I was going to get from it, but it was very good, and it was a lot of DJs that supported me, and I still thank y'all to this day. I didn't forget. And they played it on their radio stations, they played it in the clubs and everything. And that was a good feeling. It was a good feeling. But I did not want house music to be, or dance music to be, my main genre. It was just remixes. But in 2014, I put out an album where I remixed almost all the songs on the Siren Song album into dance mixes, and so it's called The Siren Returns. And all you gotta do is just go to Classy Silhouette on iTunes or Apple Music and Spotify or whatever. You can see these things. So in The Siren Returns, I got like the pyramid and I'm gold and all that stuff, because that's just what I felt like represented my dance music. So then after that, that's when I started spinning off into hip hop. And Nina Marcella was featured on one of my songs called Off With Your Head. And after that, I put out an album called Queen of Queens. But something weird went on. Is the whole time I'm putting these projects out, I have these people undermining me. And I'm like, what kind of evil, hateful person wants to undermine me like this? You know what I mean? Like, it was like they were trying to, like, troll everything, like my graphics and my song titles and my lyrics and my image. And, like, they started trying to dress people up like me and put them on. And every move I made, they had them doing it instead of me. Like, I'm right here. I'm marketable. So anyway, I blocked all that out as much as I could and continued doing my music. But when I put the Queen of Queens album out, I noticed that there's a certain female rapper went over with, I'm not going to discuss that. I'll discuss that another time. But anyway, somebody else put out an album called Queen of Queens that caused a lot of confusion. And I was really, I can't think of the right word to describe it. And I have an extensive vocabulary. But the person that put out the album, it's the same title as my Queen of Queens. I never had a problem with them. And I was wondering if they knew that I had this album out, because the person that was over there with them at the time, the female rapper that was around them, she's always around people that steal my work. So I've come to the conclusion that she's hacking me, or she's getting my stuff and giving it to these people. And then I see her collab with the people, and not only do they steal stuff from me, imagery or, you know, a hook or out of a song that I'm working on or something, but then they get up there and say disrespectful things. And I'm like, are they saying, do they know that they're saying it? Do they know that, are they trying to diss me, or is this female telling them to say that and they don't even know? Who knows? But I was really like, wow, this is really going to a dark place if you really want to do these kind of things. Because I'm just trying to put out good music and get people to hear it so they can feel me. Why are you doing these things? So, and I'm not gonna lie, like at first when it was going on, I was really pissed off. I was like, because my music is sacred to me, and when I do think creative things, I'm expressing my soul. I'm expressing myself. So for somebody that's just looking for the next gimmick to reach and grab at my stuff and want to just throw it on, or, you know, put it on their album and go on tour with it, what's wrong with you? You can't create. What's wrong with you? So anyway, that's what happened with my Queen of Queens album. So sometimes I get too analytical. I analyze a lot of stuff when I shouldn't be, because I shouldn't give idiots my energy, you know. Let me turn this off for a minute. I shouldn't give idiots my energy, but I'm an Aquarius, and I do a lot of that analyzing and psychoanalyzing and all that kind of stuff. And after a while, when I just looked with my spiritual eye at these people, I said, oh, they just, I can't watch you no more. I've collected the information. I'm going to get with my attorneys and see what we can do at the table. But it's just time for this to stop. It's time for all of it to stop. I'm putting out another album. I have a title in mind, but I don't announce titles no more because of these idiots. I don't announce titles to my album because of what happened with the Queen of Queens. Oh, I forgot. I put out an album called Reloaded in 2016. And that was with Nina Marcella. That album is fire. That album was fire. But because I was doing, like I was singing the hooks and stuff, and she was rapping, they tried to keep tagging it, like putting it, categorizing it with some 90s music. This ain't no damn 90s music. This is not the 90s, okay? That's not what this is. So that's what they did with my Reloaded album, but the Reloaded album was fire. Like, I can listen to it now and be like, wow, that album was really great. But it's like an idiot, like, you know, up there trying to undermine, like, things as I do it. And evidently, this idiot has, a position that they really shouldn't have. Because anybody else in my position would have quit. By now, they would have got discouraged. If they didn't have the resources like what I have, like, you know, if they didn't have the skills, like I can build a track and I can write a song, I can record, I can promote, I can do all these things. Somebody else would have just gave up because of the terrible things that they were doing. Somebody would have given up. I thought about giving up, but then the fact that I had so much work out there, I was like, I'm not stopping. They're just going to have to get used to that I'm here. That's it. But yeah, that's what went on. You know, every time I would put an album out, they would take what I was working on, the whole format, everything, and just like put it on a artist that had a larger audience than me. Like, I'm not sitting here. Like, this is not my stuff. So anyway, after I did the Reloaded album with Nina Marcella, I produced a solo album on her so she could stand on her own, because I featured her on all my stuff. I featured her for a while to, you know, get her on the platform and the people that were watching me so they could get to know her as an artist. And then I did her album so she could stand by herself. And then I did another album with her, which I don't regret it, but I should have done a solo album before I did that one. That's what I think I should have done. But it was good, but it was like real gangster. And then after that, probably the same person that's been undermining me the whole time. My gangster album, of course, was for entertainment purposes. For entertainment purposes only. And it was a really good album. I was going to make it like a movie album. It's called WIB Mafia. But when the album went out, COVID hit, and the whole world got locked down. I said, wow. I said, what does this mean? So I didn't get to do anything. I didn't get to perform anything. So what I did was, because I do a lot of the video stuff, like with the green screen and everything, which is great. I think it's great. And let me tell you, I always do like a lot of green screen. I do on location too. Let me tell you, I've done a lot of green screen videos, and I had people hacking me in the background. Like, it was terrible. It was during the beginning stages. And I think these idiots, they underestimated me. They thought I was playing. They thought that I would never get it. You understand? They thought that I was just mediocre and that's all it was going to be. And they were literally hacking my computer. They hacked my computer so bad. One time I called the police. I was like, listen, I need to report that my computer is being hacked and what I was working on, because they want to steal my work. And I made a police report of everything that was on that I was working on, and I have the police report. I mean, it was crazy. I didn't know what else to do. It's like you sitting there. I sat there and somebody was trying to back up my computer while I was on it. I had to pull the plug. But this was some years ago. This was when I was still working on a little Windows laptop. I mean, I still work on Windows sometimes, but I was still kind of a newbie, and they were taking advantage of me. It was a terrible, terrible thing. But I was so determined to have people hear me and to share my experiences and my voice and my thoughts and my lyrics and my skills and my talent with the world. I just kept going regardless. And I'm still here. Things are a lot better than what they were then. I'm still here. and I'm not going anywhere. So, but yeah, that's what went on. And after a while, I can't even say it was that, but I think now I'm different because I have all that experience, and it was a lot of things that went on. I know I keep mentioning this. I lost my dad recently, like maybe about a year or so ago, and it was a couple years where I had to take care of him. And I really love my dad, and my dad was like supporting me with my music. Like, he would encourage me to do things, and he was a real musician. Like, the first time I ever recorded, my dad recorded me. And then when he saw me working on my first album, he actually, helped with some studio blocks and stuff for me. And he would go over the music with me. And then when I would put something new out, he would call me and tell me what he thought, and I would let him hear the album or whatever. But when I recently, when I did my remix, I thought about calling him. Yeah. And I couldn't call him, so. And I just rambled about that and forgot what the heck I was saying. But I think the background music was helping me, so I'm gonna put it back on. Yeah, so that right. Oh, I was talking about all the projects and all the crazy stuff that happened to me while I was working on my stuff. So yeah, that happened to me after I put out the WIB Mafia album. Maybe because I'm spiritual, like I think like that. So maybe that wasn't the kind of album I needed to put out. Maybe that's why it happened. Because I didn't but I did that's what I was saying. The videos, since COVID got the whole world locked down when my album dropped, I was like, well, I might as well continue with my videos the way I do them. And it was like real quiet, because in the background, this is what I was saying, those hateful people, they used to taunt me, because I used green screen. And I said, they crazy, because I like doing sci-fi stuff. And I'm not going to let some idiot force me to only do on-location videos. When I'm my own creative spirit, you understand? I do things and I know what I'm doing. I know why I'm doing it. I'm not going to let somebody... I'm not a follower. So I continued. So it worked out for me when COVID happened, because I thought it was just put my screen back up and continue doing what I was doing. So I was able to still, entertain the audience, even though COVID was on a rampage. Whew. That was so scary. And I hear that there's another strand, and it's on the uprise or something, and that's scary. That is so scary. Let me wave at you guys. Hey. So I'm like on a bridge or on a fork or something. I don't know. I do hip hop music. I do dance music. I do R&B music. I can do jazz music. Whatever I feel, rock music. I just love doing music. So whatever energy hits me at the time, that's what I'm doing. So, but all this snatch and grab stuff that's been going on, this is just going to stop. It's going to stop. That's it. That's a lot to endure, and that's a really evil thing to do to a new artist. Hack them and steal all this stuff, and that's what they did to me. I was so hurt. You know what really hurt? When I saw an artist that I liked up there singing my stuff. That's horrible. And their platform was so big that, and I tried to say something. You know how people would get up there and say something? I tried to say something, but they were hacking me so bad nobody even saw it. So I found my way around things. So anyway, I don't know if you go to my website, you should, if you're not already on I still do the email thing. I haven't done it in a while, but I do have an email list. And you can go to my website, classysilhouette.com, and fill out it's like a form there. You can fill it out and give your email address, and then I will let you know when I have stuff going on. Also, the YouTube platform, go on YouTube and find me on there, but my handle is at Classy Silhouette TV. Let me put it up there. I haven't really been I'm just starting to frequent the Instagram live, so bear with me. There's a lot of things. I'm savvy, but there's a lot of things about this part of the app that I don't know yet. So, but it doesn't mean I'm stupid. It's just I'm not familiar with this. So let me see. I'm trying to type this here. That's my website. And I don't know, YouTube, they changed it, right? It's / I might be leaving a part out, but make sure you go to the YouTube and subscribe. I'm going to be spending a lot of time on YouTube. I'm going to be putting a lot of stuff out on YouTube. I don't know. Facebook. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too. Well, y'all know I'm on Facebook. Can you see that? Can somebody say something? Can you see these things I'm typing in? Y'all gonna do me like that? Okay. In front of me, I'm in front of me. Wanna be. I'm a penny, but they chick, she just so wanna be. I'm a real one, but they fake, they try to find me. I guarantee you that this ain't how it's gonna be. They think I'm stupid. I was on here earlier, it was so hot, I had to leave. They see me coming, but they know not to work with me. It was so hot. Oh my God. My face was literally melting. So I'm trying not to complain about things, because when you complain, it like brings like a bad energy, and I'm very sensitive to that. So sometimes, even though negative things are going on, if you complain a lot, it's like the darkness gets bigger because it's having its way with you. So I'm trying not to do that anymore. But at one point, I felt like I needed to tell people what was happening to me. And it still comes. You see, I was talking about it a few minutes ago. Because, I mean, nobody can sit there and endure that kind of evil and not talk about it, you know? So, and then I realized that because me, like my music in the beginning was like real hopeful, you know, and encouraging people, and it's just about love and stuff. And then I kind of went dark for a minute because I was angry. So I think that's how the darkness can get in, just you being angry. You know what I mean? That's the beginning of it. Because a lot of people do things because they're angry. They do bad things to other people. They do things to themselves. You know what I'm saying? So my motto for this year was to keep your energy. Keep your energy. So, because you have a choice. Somebody can do some stupidness and you could get real mad and you could bust them upside the head or bust a shot or whatever. Or you could just be like, nah, I'm just not gonna go there. Like, you keep your energy. You don't have to give them your energy. So that's what I've been practicing this year. Not giving people my energy. And for a couple years, my vibe was, I'm just going to put it in my music. But now I realize that not everything needs to go into your music. Because when you filter your music out into the world, it affects the people that hear it. So you have to be careful what you do with your music. Like you express yourself, you know. So I I figured that part out too. So that's why this album, I think it's going to be a very special album, because I've graduated to another level with this. You know, I'm not affected. My skin is thick. It's thick. And I'm not the softie that everybody, they must have misjudged me based on my pictures. I'm not the softie that they thought I was, and I wasn't that easy to break. I must have looked very delicate, but so this album, I hope that I'll be finished before the end of the year, but I want this to be one of those albums that, an unforgettable album, where if I decide I don't want to do it anymore, there'll be the legacy that I leave behind. So the last album I did, I don't feel like that's a legacy that I want to leave behind. But I want to I'm big on making my mark and not letting anybody erase my mark. But I want to leave a mark that's worthy, and I want it to be unforgettable. I might seek some distribution. I think I need more distribution. Even though, you know, you can get around and get a lot, but I think I need distribution for my production company and my label. And I want to like collab with other people. I think people think I don't want to work with other people because I do so much myself. But I got into doing it because if I go and I'm going to go work with somebody, I'm not going to, and they try to, I'm trying not to talk about this stuff, but if somebody propositions me, and because I say no, they don't want to work with me, that's their problem, because I'm still going to do what I got to do. So, but it doesn't mean that I'm not capable of working with other people. It just means that I'm about doing what I'm set out to do, and that's it. And there was a couple people that I worked with that was just really like on that vibe, like about the music and stuff like that, and it was good. It's good to find like fellow musicians that you could just sit there and vibe with and create, and it's not off on that stupidness, you know. I mean, you know, I don't want to be like I've been through a lot with this, but I might have gotten so independent that people think that I just have no interest in working with other people, and that's not so. It's good. I like creating with people. Yeah. Earlier I was on here and I had a glass of wine, and I don't normally like drink like on camera, and I had a glass of wine, and then I turned some other music on, and my whole thing just fell apart. My lights, everything just fell down, and my glass of wine fell and spilled all over the whole glass of wine spilled all over the floor. I was so mad. So I said, well, I'm not supposed to be doing that. Trust me, I'm not a goody two shoes, but I know when something's, you know. You're back. So just so y'all know, I'm going to try to go live about every day. I'm challenging myself to go live every day for the next 30 days, even if it's only for 5 minutes. But I've been on here a lot today. I know people don't even expect me to be live. So, in front of me, gotta break this up. They think I'm stupid, but they dumb to try to stun on me. They see me coming, but they know not to work with me. Only stupid people dare to try to work with me. On the back burner, that's not
from in front of me. Why they in front of me? In front of me. You're from in front of me. They ain't gonna see you. I'm the one they wanna see. You're from in front of me. You're from in front of me. I'ma find a way to get you from in front of me.
So anyway, this is not all that I do. I don't just do music. So I got some other stuff going on, and if you Google me, it'll come up. You'll see different things. Like I have another channel. I'm not gonna say what it is yet. So I really get it up and running. Another YouTube channel. But yeah. That's where I'm supposed to be. You're from in front of me. Yeah, this was on the Queen of Queens album. When I was rapping. So yeah. Good music on their own. Satellite zooming in on my home. Somebody's listening, they in my phone. Feds next door trying to spy. Fake bird drones all in the sky. Everywhere I go there's prying eyes. Can't leave home without a disguise. Facebook page is loaded with hackers. Friend requests blocked by cyber attackers. Circle is closed, no new friends. Everything I wear is the latest trend. Now everybody thinks I'm trying to take them down, but I'm just a queen trying to wear my crown. But the thing is, they wouldn't be tripping if they never cracked the code. They shouldn't have been listening. Fake smiles on their faces, foreign accents, different races, bugging my place, building up cases, conversations being saved, cell phone hacked, I'm being cyber raped, trying to shake the spies, that's why I'm late, private detectives, they on my date, couldn't get away, the feds served my plate, followed by the vultures, they just can't wait, clean my house to cut a clean slate, the dime they dropped on me is fake, mark my card, you got the wrong mate, I got an alibi. That's not me though, that's Nina Marcello on that one. That voice, the earlier that was me. I just like her verse. Do what it takes to please just when they come for you. I gotta get rid of this weird dusk. Must be outdated. This desk is old. I have to get a new one. I inherited this desk. Sorry. I dropped you. I was trying to see what you Somebody said something, and I was trying to see it. Okay. I don't even know if this is the right folder. Wait a minute, maybe I need to X this out. So I have another phone that it's an old one, but I never even cut it off, and I tried to go live with that phone and nothing would work on it, none of the effects or anything. I just wanted to put little stars on it like it was right there, and my phone is really hacked. It was really hacked. So, wow. Okay, be quiet, princess. Come here. I'll play it one more time to that part. That's all I wanted to let you hear. So, I mean, I was trying to get some other, like, people to remix it for me. And it was just weird. So, I ended up remixing it myself. And I said, wait a minute, why am I doing that anyway? But the thing is, it's hard when you're a female and you doing that yourself, because a lot of DJs, they want to, like, they want to mix it themselves because they want to play their mixes. So then it makes it harder for you to get them to play it because they want to remix it and put their name on it. And I tried to do that. I tried to, like, get, like, somebody that can really mix the hell out of it. And, like, I wanted it, you know, I want, like, some fire stuff though. Like, I don't want no old sounding, like, house music stuff. I want, like, you know, some dance music that kind of lifts you. You know what I mean? With the highs in there. You know, like off on some David Guetta stuff. Like something like that. You know, that high. That's how I like the tracks to sound. But being as though I build my own tracks too. That doesn't mean that I won't work with somebody else. It just means that I do it too, that's all. And I would like to work and do something with somebody. Like we build it together. Everybody's ego is getting away. Like, come on. I gotta meet some real people. That's not intimidated or scared like the co-create. There's a few artists out there I want to work with. Even if I'm not doing the track, like if I'm just, you know, we collabing together, I want to do that. I have to show my face on here because I'm telling you, they had smeared me and slandered me so bad, so many lies that it just was terrible. I know I kept seeing, I'm not going to address that. You know, remember what I was talking about earlier, where there's certain things that just, you don't need to give it energy, so I'm not going to go there tonight. But yeah, that's just a snippet of a remix. But and that's only the beginning of it. It changes. That's only the beginning. Yeah, and this computer that I have over here, I still have my old computer, which is not even that old. It's like a gaming computer. I still have that. And every time I turn this thing on, it's like it's like a whole crew that comes. They start messing with my computer. I think I'm going to turn it off. Because that's not where I'm at. Got a lot of equipment here. I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be real busy. So I'm getting tired of talking to y'all. Y'all not saying nothing, so I'm glad to see that y'all showed up, though.